Welcome to Editorial. Welcome to Portugal Real Estate Summit. It is a very big pleasure to see every one of you. Our life jumped 2 years, and it seems it was last year since we have been all together, but in reality it was 2 years. We jumped 1 year on our lives. And it's a big, big pleasure. What a pleasure to see again so many friends. Many, many thanks for being with us with this motto of return, learn and mostly earn. Damos as boas-vindas a toda a comunidade de investidores nacionais que hoje está, eu diria, em peso connosco nesta sala. Bem-vindos. La bienvenida a todos muchos amigos españoles que nos acompañan y somos cada vez más todos en conjunto una familia. And welcome to all investors, either being returning investors or for first time in Portugal. Very strong recognition for all sponsors that believed that it was the right time for a strong return to Editorial. Thank you. I have a few news to briefly share. The first one is that we just brought online the new Iberian property website, and I will ask the Regie to come with the video of the introduction of the new website. We are now celebrating a new website, and all attendees are invited and will benefit from a 6-month free registration for Iberian property data and a free Iberian property printed magazines with subscription, so please do come along with us. This event will also be followed by an online event, and in partnership with Real Asset Media and through RealX Global platform. Next 22nd of October, all over Europe, we will join online. Again, all attendees present in the room will be rewarded with a free entrance to the online event. So please do rejoin online on 22nd of October. Also, Iberian Property is proud to have a very senior editorial council, chaired till now by Roger Cook, who is also the chair of this conference. But as we all believe in renewing faces and dynamics, I'm very pleased to introduce Miguel Ferré as new editorial council chair for Iberian Property, and will be with us also this afternoon. Miguel has an unprecedented profile in the investment industry in Iberia, and is truly the father of the most dramatic shift in the market in Iberia, namely in Spain. As member of the Spanish government, he made possible the Socimi regime in Spain, which is really a very important act. And now, I'm most pleased to leave the conference in the best possible hands. You have already know him. Please help me to welcome Roger Cook. Roger, the room is yours. Many thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Antonio. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's great to be back after 2 long years. I'm sure we're slightly late starting, but I'm sure you all wanted to have the opportunity of talking to each other, which you probably haven't had for an awful long time now. But you all look very bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. For those of you who don't understand what that means, it's an odd English expression, which means that you're all alert, attentive, and lively. And I'll come back to that in 1 minute with a threat. But we've titled the conference, Return, Learn, and Earn. The return is very obvious. We're all coming back. The learn is, well, one of the key objectives of the event is that we all learn from each other, from the speakers, and between yourselves in the sessions, between the formal speeches, and earn because we hope that you will be able to convert that learning into earning, whether it's financial earnings or whether it's adding value to your businesses. But really, we've been through a big challenge the last few years, and challenge always produces opportunity. And now I think we've seen a lot of signs that the real estate sector has fought, has been creative, and now we definitely have to make sure we take advantage and optimize that opportunity which is before us. But I think before we start to enjoy and learn, I think we probably ought to just spare one thought for those who are no longer with us, for all the suffering of family, friends, and colleagues, which is undoubtedly, I think, been, in our lifetimes of unheard of levels. First of all, a little bit of housekeeping, and that phone reminds me. Can we please try and put our phones on silent? I think it is custom these days. We also have a very tight agenda, and I would like to encourage you to help Antonio's team when they're trying to push you back into the room and sit down. COVID rules. I see some of you are still wearing masks. We're all very conscious of health. We want everyone to feel comfortable. The rules that are currently in force here are that when you're in the conference areas, you don't need to wear a mask. Everyone has been invited to show a COVID vaccination certificate or have a test. Not obligatory, but we hope you will feel protected and comfortable. That is key for all of us. But when you're in public areas, we do ask you to be conscious that there are other hotel guests around, may or may not be wearing masks, but to be respectful of them as well, and perhaps wear the masks in the hotel lobbies and the public areas. Wool clap. Like 2 years ago, there will be a survey of opinion. There'll be 4 or 5 questions thrown at you throughout the event. And on your badges, and I think in the extremities of the panels, you will see what you have to do to connect. And we really do encourage you to connect and participate. We will be able to see exactly how many of you have or haven't participated. So please do. It's important we get as many views as possible. Parallel sessions tomorrow morning. You've got the opportunity of attending 2 parallel sessions. Hopefully you've all received, opened, and answered the email which was inviting you to select 2 sessions to attend. And preferably they can be 2 different sessions, but we do expect some of those sessions to be quite heavily subscribed, so strongly recommended that you do select your sessions, please. Perhaps final housekeeping. You might be wondering why we're out of balance with a big screen there and a small screen there. There was a small disaster last night, which could have been a lot bigger disaster, and the panel collapsed, breaking the screen. So we apologize and ask you to accept the explanation for a small screen at that end of the panel. So now we have to get moving. We have the latest technology today. We have drones. Invisible drones, but I think you heard it. What are they there for? Well, they're to make sure you keep bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and the drones will be flying around the room. And, you probably won't know it, it'll be producing, using blockchain algorithms so we can analyze how attentive you have all been. I suggested to Antonio that we ought to use blockchain to make sure your exit was blocked by a chain until you paid an additional fee for attending if your attentiveness score fell below the average. I'm the bad boy, Antonio's the good boy, and he didn't listen to me. So you can probably manage to escape.